Hey family, I'm Yogi Farron and welcome back to day 19 of your 30-day yoga journey. I'm so excited to see you back in this space with me again today. Welcome back. And today we're going to soar further into our practice. Each day I'm introducing a new asana for us to flow through, and today's practice is dedicated to soaring. If you're not already, join me in a comfortable seat right in the center of your mat. Your legs can be crossed like you see me, or feel free to sit on your knees, on a block, or a comfortable blanket. It's important to honor where your body is today. So once you've found your comfortable seat, place your hands on top of your knees, and let's get settled into today's practice. On your next inhale, I want you to bring your shoulders up by your ears. Exhale and allow them to melt down towards your mat. Bring your hands in prayer position right in the center of your chest as we get settled into today's practice. I want you to focus in on your intention that you want to flow through. What would you like to bring to the mat today? What do you want to breathe through? Take a few rounds of breath. As you focus in on that intention, we're going to move through it today. And on your next exhale, slowly bat your eyes open. Welcome back. And bring your hands to rest right on top of your knees. On an inhale, I want you to send your gaze to your belly button and round your spine for a seated cat pose. Exhale. I want you to reverse the movement, sending your gaze up to the sky, sticking your butt up for cow pose. Inhale, send that gaze slowly back down to your belly button for cat pose. Exhale, send your gaze up to the sky for cow pose. Inhale, last time. Round that spine, send your gaze to your belly button for cat pose. Exhale, release back up to the sky. Stick that butt up for cow pose. Find a neutral position, back to center. And on your next round of breath, send that left arm over to your right knee. And the right arm goes directly behind us, right where our butt is. Your gaze follows over your right shoulder, and on your next round of breath, you sit up a little higher, like a string is pulling your crown up to the sky. On your next exhale, return back to center, and place your right hand on your left knee. Left arm goes directly behind you, and gaze follows. On an inhale, send your shoulders up by your ears. Exhale and allow them to melt down towards your mat. On your next exhale, return to center and place that left hand on your right knee, and right arm goes behind you. Find a place of comfort. So if placing your arm directly behind your butt is too far, send it closer to that right knee. Send your gaze over your right shoulder. Sit up a little taller. Exhale and return back to center. Place your right hand on your left knee. Left arm goes behind you. Gaze follows. On an inhale, our shoulders come up, and exhale, they melt down towards the ground. Exhale, return back to center. Last round, bring that left hand over to the right knee. Right hand goes behind us, gaze follows, and we sit the tallest we have so far today. Exhale, return back to center. Put that right hand on the left knee. Left hand goes behind you, gaze follows. Inhale, bring those shoulders up. Exhale, allow them to sink down. On your next exhale, return back to center. Bring both of your hands over to the right side of your body. Slowly uncross your legs as you make your way to tabletop position, placing each of your hands underneath your shoulders And knees should be parallel with your hands. Once you've found your comfortable tabletop, spread those fingertips. And next, send that right leg behind you. Gaze is to the ground. On your next round of breath, send that left foot back to meet the right. If this is a comfortable position for you, slowly shift forward and send your elbows to the back of the room as you melt down towards your mat. If it's more comfortable, untuck your toes, allow your knees to come down to the mat before you send your elbows to the back of the room and melt down towards your mat. On your next inhale, slowly peel your front torso like a string is pulling your head. Send your gaze forward for cobra. Exhale and release back down towards your mat. On your next round of breath, slowly peel your body. Third tabletop position. Moving with your breath. You tuck your toes and allow your knees to hover off the mat before you send your butt up to the sky and send those heels down towards the ground. Since I'm off my mat, I'm going to step up a little. Spread your fingertips wide. And next, I want you to pedal out your downward facing dog, allowing one heel to rise and fall to the ground, leaning into what feels good to you in this moment. Leaning into what feels good. Perhaps you're moving extra, extra lovingly slow, or maybe moving a little faster feels good for you today. Honor where your body is. Find a place of stillness, sending both of those heels down towards your mat. And next up, one foot in front of the other as we make our way up to meet our hands at the front of your mat. Bending your knees, following your breath. We're no longer in a rush. Rush is for everything outside of the space. Once your feet have met your hands, grab each elbow, allow a slight micro bend, and take a gentle sway from right to left. A gentle sway with control, nothing too crazy because we have control. Find a place of stillness. Exhale, release those hands back down towards the ground. On an inhale, use your hands to paint up your legs, send your crown forward, flat back. Exhale, paint back down your legs. On your next round of breath, you're going to slowly stack your spine as we make our way up to mountain pose. Following our breath, taking our time. There's no rush. Our arms extend out and meet above our head in prayer position. Our gaze follows. We exhale and allow our hands to pass through the center of our chest as they find their final resting place by our sides, mountain pose. Wiggle your fingers. Take a deep inhale and bring those shoulders up by your ears. Exhale and allow them to melt down. Next, I want you to step in the center of your mat and go back to our lovely mountain pose, bringing those feet together. Hands are resting by our sides. Take a deep inhale. Bring those shoulders up by your ears. Exhale and allow them to melt down. I really want you to root down in all four corners of each of your feet, rooting into our mat. And on an inhale, you're going to sweep your arms out. And on the exhale, you're going to sweep your right arm under your left. Cross them for eagle arms. Bring those shoulder blades together, nice and tight. If your shoulders are creeping up by your ears, exhale and allow them to melt down towards your mat as you ground in. On your next inhale, perhaps you lift your elbows a little bit higher. Send your gaze directly forward. Exhale, and I want you to slowly untwist your arms as they make their way back to mountain pose. On an inhale, you're going to bring your arms out and you're going to sweep your opposite arm out and under as you twist Make your hands to prayer position and bring those shoulder blades together. Your gaze goes directly forward, rooting into each of the four corners of each of our feet. And perhaps on your next round of breath, your elbows lift a little bit higher. Exhale, release your arms back down to mountain pose. One more time for eagle arms. Sweep those arms out. And sweep your right arm under your left, crossing them, making their way to prayer. Bring those shoulder blades together. Send your gaze forward. Your elbows lift a little bit higher. Exhale, slowly untwist your arms as they make their way back to mountain pose. And then inhale, sweep those arms out to your sides and send that left arm under your right, making your way back to eagle arms. Gaze is forward. Perhaps this time your elbows lift a little bit higher. Draw those shoulder blades together. Root down in your feet. Exhale, release your arms back down the way they came. Great job. Wiggle your fingertips. Next, take a deep inhale and bring those shoulders up by your ears. Exhale and allow them to melt down towards your mat. So we've just practiced eagle arms. Next, let's practice eagle legs. So I want you to concentrate on rooting down in your left foot. And when you feel comfortable, on an inhale, slowly peel that right leg off the ground. Allow it to hover in between your ankle and calf muscle, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And next, you're going to slowly wrap it around that left standing leg and sit back like you're sitting in a chair. Bring your hands to prayer position right in the center of your chest and send your gaze forward. Eagle legs. Follow your breath. Root down in that standing left foot. Exhale. You're going to slowly unwrap your foot and send it back down to your mat. And next, release your hands back to mountain pose. Take a moment to check your feet. How are they? Are they still rooted in your mat? Next, we're going to root down into the right side on our right foot. And on our next round of breath, we're going to slowly peel that left heel off the ground. Our foot is now in between our ankle and calf muscle, whatever is most comfortable for us in this moment. And next, we're going to slowly send that left leg over our right in a place that's comfortable. So perhaps our foot only grazes, perhaps our foot grazes our right calf muscle, or it wraps completely around as we sink down into our eagle. Bring those hands in the center of your chest and your gaze forward, shoulders melt down. Follow your breath, root into that right foot. Exhale, slowly guide that left leg back the way it came to your mat. Moving with your breath with control. Exhale and allow those hands to rest back in mountain pose. Take a deep inhale and bring those shoulders up by your ears. Exhale and allow them to melt down towards your mat. On an inhale, you're going to root down into your left foot before you slowly peel that right leg off your mat, allowing your foot to hover between your left ankle and left calf muscle. Next, you're going to slowly send it over your left leg, perhaps wrapping it around, or it's grazing your left ankle or left calf muscle. Bring your hands into the center of your chest as you sink down into your eagle legs. Root all four corners of your left foot, send your gaze forward. Perhaps you sit a little lower. Find a place of stillness. And on your next exhale, slowly bring your leg back the way it came to standing. Back to mountain pose. And release those hands to your side. On your next round of breath, root your left foot into your mat as you stand firmly in that left foot. We're going to now add our eagle arms with our eagle legs. So on an inhale, slowly peel that right foot off your mat. Allow it to hover. And as you cross your right leg over your left, your arms come out and you sweep that left arm under your right. Hands come to prayer as you sink into your eagle pose. Your shoulders are creeping up by your ears. Exhale and allow them to melt down towards your mat. Send your gaze forward. Root down in that left foot. And on an exhale, release your arms, release your legs back to mountain pose. Moving with control. On an inhale, bring your shoulders up by your ears. Exhale, allow them to melt down towards your mat. Left side. Root down into your right foot. And once you've found your place of comfort, slowly peel that left foot off of your mat. Now, if adding eagle arms with eagle legs is too much, you have the choice of picking arms or legs. Your next round of breath, slowly guide that left leg over your right. Bring your arms out and sweep your right arm under your left to make eagle arms. Send your gaze forward. Send your gaze forward. Sink in a little lower. And allow those shoulders to melt down towards your mat. On your next round of breath, perhaps your elbows raise a little higher. Take one more round of breath and exhale. Release your legs back the way it came. And sweep your arms out back to mountain pose. How does that feel? Wiggle your fingers. Take a deep inhale. Bring those shoulders up by your ears. Exhale and allow them to melt down towards your mat. Last time. So you have the choice of doing eagle arms, eagle legs, or both together. Keep in mind that if your right leg is crossed over your left leg, then your left arm is under your right arm. The right arm will be above your left. And the opposite for your left side. Root into that left foot. Wiggle your fingertips and slowly peel that right heel off the mat. As you send that right leg over your left, sweep your left arm under your right for eagle arms, hands meet in prayer. As you sink into your eagle pose, let's let these eagles soar. Root into your left foot and sink lower. Shoulders melt into your mat, gazes forward, elbows lift a little higher. Find a place of stillness. Let's allow these eagles to soar. Exhale, uncross your arms, unwrap your leg, and find your way back to mountain with control. Take one round of breath, bringing those shoulders up by your ears. Exhale, and allow them to melt down towards your mat. Last time, left side. Root into your right foot in all four corners. And next, slowly peel that left heel off the mat before you guide it over your right leg. Sweep those arms out to your side. As you guide your right arm under your left arm for eagle arms and sink further into your eagle pose. Shoulders melt down towards the mat and elbows lift a little higher, gazes forward. One more round of breath, our strongest eagle yet. Exhale with control and allow your leg to come back the way, back to mountain pose and arms follow. Wiggle those fingertips, send your gaze forward and bring those shoulders up by your ears. Exhale and allow them to melt down. Join me at the front of your mat. And on an inhale, sweep your arms up above your crown. They meet in prayer. Exhale, Slice down towards the ground. On an inhale, slowly paint up your legs. Send your gaze forward, flat back. Exhale, paint back down the way that you came and frame your feet. Send your left foot back gently. And next, send your right foot back for plank pose. If this is comfortable, shift forward, send your elbows to the back of the room, and melt down towards the mat. Or, first, bring your knees down, untuck your toes, and send your elbows to the back of the room and melt into your mat. On an inhale, slowly peel the front torso up off the ground. Send your gaze forward, cobra. Exhale, release back down the way we came. On an inhale, I want you to slowly move through tabletop position. Place each of your hands underneath your shoulders. Knees go as wide as your mat, toes come together. Guide your butt down to meet your feet. And use your arms to help guide your forehead to your mat for extended child's pose. Take a few rounds of breath as you focus in on how that eagle pose felt. I know you guys saw me wobbling because this is real time. It is okay, that is where I am today. Focusing on your breath. Find a place of stillness, of calmness. And on your next exhale, use your hands to help guide your forehead off the mat. And place one hand behind the other as you make your way back to your body. One hand at a time, one day at a time. Bring your knees together. Bring both of your hands over to the left side of your body. And swing those legs out in front of you. Scooch your butt to the center of the mat. And guide your back down to Savasana pose. Yes, Savasana. Close your eyes, palms face the ceiling. Heels come together and toes flap open. Take this moment to check and see if your shoulders are flush with your mat. If they're not, take a moment to wiggle so that you feel the mat, you feel your ground. With each round of breath, you sink further into your mat. Developing a practice is all about breath work and acknowledging your body. Some asanas will be easier than others, depending on where you are, and that is okay. You guys saw me today in eagle pose. I can't wait to see your eagles at home. Follow your breath and rooting down in your feet and acknowledging what your body is able to do in this present moment is what it's all about. Quiet all the noise outside of this space. Take a few rounds of breath as we absorb all that we flowed through today. On your next round of breath, slowly wiggle your toes. Wiggle those fingertips. And give yourself a big smile. You did a great job today. Next, bat your eyes open. Bend your left knee and then your right knee. Before you guide both your knees to your chest and you give it a big hug. Perhaps you take a gentle sway from left to right, giving a gentle massage on that lower back. Or you're still. Lean into what feels best for you. On your next exhale, release both your legs back down the way that they came to Savasana. And next we're going to turn over on our right sides, using our hands to help guide us back up to our comfortable seat. When we're ready, moving with our breath, not rushing, and finding our comfortable seat in the center of our mat. On your knees or your legs can be crossed. Once you found your seat, close your eyes and let's close out today's practice. All right, my soaring eagles. Take a deep inhale, bring those shoulders up by your ears. Exhale and release them down towards your mat. Bring those hands in the center of your chest, right above your heart chakra. I would like to bring your attention back to your intention. Way to go, way to flow today. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Take all of this energy that you just moved through and apply it to your day, your week, or your 2021, whichever serves you the best. Bring your thumbs to rest in the center of your eyebrows and give your third eye a gentle massage, an all-seeing eye. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Namaste. Way to go, fam. Tomorrow is day 20. See you then.